Baseball, lacrosse, soccer, tennis, golf, track, you name it, spring sports are in full swing. Are you doing all you can to keep your budding athletes from suffering from common sports injuries? Dr. Thomas DeBerardino is an orthopedic surgeon at the UConn Health Center and team physician for UConn Athletics. He joins us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Caroline.
So, tons of sports. They're all, underway heavily right now.
Oh, yes.
And, unlike the pros who get to go to, spring training for baseball or whatever, the kids are kind of just thrown into it. They maybe have rested over the winter, and now it's like, go. Yep. Can that lead to more injuries?
It certainly can. If you suddenly are, we're not quite as active usually in general in the winter, and then we suddenly hit the track, we hit the golf course, we hit the soccer ball, kids get out there, and maybe they're in two sports. After doing very little, we are susceptible more so to injuries because we aren't at an elite athletic level all year round, so we want to break into the season a little slower, kind of ramp it up slowly, and avoid those dreadful stress injuries.
Well, okay, let's talk about some of the injuries that, if they have cabin fever and they're raring to go, but they don't take it slow, what could they be dealing with?
Well, the most common thing is probably a stress injury in the lower extremity because that's where we're bearing all our weight. So if we're pounding on the pavement suddenly because we can because it's warm, we could get a stress injury to the leg bone, the tibia. So
a stress injury is like a crack or a fracture? Or
that's the worst case scenario if we don't stop it early. So a little bit of prevention goes a long way to prevent the end run, which is a full-blown stress fracture, which you'll miss the whole summer.
So
we want to get them early and prevent them. So if a child or an adult feels, a little pain on their bone with activity, then they need to kind of step back a little bit.
What about like tennis, golf, baseball? You're using upper body, so there's got to be some issues there as well.
That's absolutely right. Baseball, anything, any of the racket sports or anything, lacrosse, where you're doing a lot, and your arms are always up. Coach says, keep your arms up, be a good defender. At some point you do get tired, so we need to not only focus on the sport that we're working on, but then on the off days do other things that are more friendly to upper extremities, maybe just stretching or swimming as it gets warmer into the summer months. But just kind of a little bit of cross-training is a term we use, just to not use the same thing all the time.
That's a good idea. And kids never want to do the warm-up or cool-down. They're raring to go. They're kids. So let's talk about basic tips for young athletes. We're going to go through a couple of them. The first thing is probably really wise. Get that preseason physical exam.
Yes, because you never know. I mean, just having a good musculoskeletal exam from your pediatrician, your family practice physician, or an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in sports medicine, we sometimes can uncover just by talking to you and translating what you as the athlete and patient might say, and we can say, whoa, that's a little too much. You're pitching too much. You're on 3 different teams, and that's a big one when we talk about our national campaign for sports medicine to stop injuries in young athletes. And pitch counts is the biggest one that comes to mind. Kids will be playing on different teams, and they keep track of the pitch count per team when the shoulder feels the cumulative effect of all the pitches across all the teams they may be playing on. So it really is.
A lot of wear and tear.
It really is.
So wear proper gear, that's an obvious one. Don't play tired or in pain. And we mentioned that warm-ups and cool-downs. What's no weekend warrior? That's
you and I. Say we're working hard all week, then we say we got to make up for time. It's a nice weekend. Instead of 5 miles, let's do 25.
Yay!
And that's where we get into trouble. So we need to, again, take it slow, be a little more realistic. We've got the whole spring and summer to kind of ramp things up. We can't go out and do a triathlon this week if we've been snow skiing and doing more wintry sports, as most of us do during our long winter.
Well, you make such good points, and you're right. They apply for us parents as well as our kids. So thanks so much for coming in. Hopefully the kids will play it safe, and we'll have a great time playing sports, because that's the point.
It's getting warmer, so let's go out and have fun.
It is getting warmer. Yeah, it's eventually getting warmer. Thanks for coming in.